As a matter of fact, I didn't say it. Anybody knows me knows that it's incomprehensible that I would think that a woman could not be president of the United States.
What did you think when Senator Sanders told you a woman could not win the election?
I disagreed. Bernie is my friend, and I am not here to try to fight with Bernie.
Hillary Clinton got 3 million votes, more votes than Trump. So who believes that a woman can't win? Of course a woman can win.
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
What?
I think you called me a liar on national TV.
Let's not do it right now. You want to have that discussion, we'll have that discussion. You called me, you told me. All right, let's not do it now.
I don't want to get in the middle of it. I just want to say hi, Bernie.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We have another example of what to do when you are a failing Democrat politician. You just blame sexism / racism for the fact that people don't like you, for the fact that people don't want to vote for you. It's not me. It's not my policies. It's not the things I want for this country. No. That's not the issue. It is sexism, right? According to Elizabeth Warren, right? Whom is coming out here and saying that basically the reason why everybody doesn't want to vote for her is because she doesn't have a penis. And I want to read about this and get my opinion on this. Because, again, I find this to be, again, par for the course when it comes to Democrats and the excuses that they make when they lose, right? They just can't accept the reality that maybe, just maybe, everybody does not like your positions, right? Despite what progressive news outlets like TYT always tell their viewers, most people in this country don't want progressive policies, okay? In fact, the reason why most Democrat voters don't like Joe Biden is not because he's not being progressive enough, right? It's actually because he's being too progressive, okay? They don't like Joe Biden because of the economy, because of all the money that we spent last year that has contributed to this economy and inflation. But see, again, these people, because they live in their own bubble, right? They believe that everybody wants our policies. Everybody wants universal health care. Everybody wants stimulus checks. Everybody wants far left social policies. They want all that stuff. And it's just simply not true, right? And Elizabeth Warren, instead of coming to grips with reality that people don't like her policy positions, she has to blame sexism, which is, again, par for the course when it comes to Democrats, right? Straight out of the Hillary Clinton playbook. But before I get in this, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so by checking out some of my new merch, my donkeypox shirts, the disease that is infecting America, or my hashtag no days off / hard work t-shirts. Both of them available at my website, gforemanbcp.com. You can get 20% off your entire order if you use discount code gforemanbcp. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Elizabeth Warren blaming sexism as the reason why she's a failing presidential candidate. Senator Elizabeth Warren blamed her failed 2020 presidential bid on the fact that she was born without a male appendage, according to a new book. MSNBC news correspondent Ali Vitale is out with a new book, Electable: Why America Hasn't Put a Woman in the White House Yet, based on an excerpt from the book in Politico. Warren and some of her campaign believe that one of the reasons is because our Democratic voting base is filled with a bunch of sexists. Oh, here we go. They didn't want to vote for me because they're too sexist. They don't like women. Wow. Vitale, who followed Warren along during the 2020 Iowa primary campaign, recounted that after the caucus was over, she discussed the campaign with Warren and why she did not do as well as she had hoped. Quote, "We talked about the dynamics of her competitors and the pressure she put on herself not to screw this up," Vitale wrote. "Everyone comes up to me and says, quote, I would vote for you if you had a penis," she claimed, Warren said. I'm pretty sure that's not what they said. I don't even think they said, "I would vote for you if you was a man." Okay, I don't believe that. I don't believe they said that. Okay, I believe this is made up. This is a way for Elizabeth Warren to victimize herself and to make excuses for why people don't want to vote for her, instead of just taking responsibility and saying, well, maybe people just don't like my policies. Maybe it's something about me that they don't like that, you know, caused them not to vote for me. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman, okay? Considering how her less progressive counterpart, Hillary Clinton, won the Democrat nomination in 2016. So, again, how can you claim it's sexism and that it's impossible for a woman to win when Hillary won? Again, I don't understand, right? I don't get it. Somebody make it make sense to me. Vitale also revealed that a Warren campaign organizer was dismayed by the response she received from a 60-year-old white woman with a peace sign in her front yard. Upon seeing that the organizer was there on behalf of Warren, the elder lady said, "Oh, sweetie, this country will never have a woman president." I lost it, the unnamed individual told Vitale, but that was the vibe. Women and men alike, both as explicitly as that, but also in implicity, would just say, look, I think it's great what you're doing, but America, it's just not going to happen. Well, I don't know, man. You know, Kamala Harris was on Joe Biden's ticket, okay, and Joe Biden got elected. Now, Joe Biden, you know, if he kicks the bucket here in the next, 2 or 3 years or so, we could see our first woman president. Not that she was actually elected, but she could be the first woman president. Again, Lord forbid that happen. I'm just saying, because I definitely think Kamala's worse than Joe Biden. The NBC reporter also reported that during the 2020 campaign, it had been reported that Senator Bernie Sanders, the man who Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez once claimed helped her recognize her inherent value as a human, didn't think a woman could win the election. For its part, Sanders rejected the notion, saying it was ludicrous to believe that at the same meeting where Elizabeth Warren told me she was going to run for president, I would tell her that a woman couldn't win. But Warren maintained among the topics that came up at dinner was what would happen if Democrats nominated a female candidate. I thought a woman could win. He disagreed. Now, that's interesting that Elizabeth Warren came at Bernie like that, right? And accused Bernie of being a sexist, which is something that liberal feminist women have done to Bernie Sanders, right? They've accused Bernie Sanders of being a sexist, okay? There is this political trope called Bernie Bros, right? To describe, I guess, progressive men that are supposed to be sexist, right? And that Bernie Sanders supporters, okay? So that's a thing. But here's the interesting part about this. Bernie Sanders is the male version of Elizabeth Warren, and he couldn't win either, right? In fact, Elizabeth Warren is part of the reasons why he couldn't win, because if you guys remember during the Democrat primary, I think it was right before Super Tuesday, all of Joe Biden's competitors, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, people that would take away votes from Joe Biden, dropped out when it looks like Bernie Sanders was going to win, right? They all dropped out so that everybody could go vote for Joe Biden, all the moderates and the liberals in the party that weren't progressives to go vote for Joe Biden. And Elizabeth Warren, for whatever reason, decided to stay in the primary, even though she knew she couldn't win, right? The poll numbers weren't in her favor, and she decided to stay in anyways. And I think she stayed in because she wanted to spite Bernie. She wanted to make sure that she would split the progressive vote with Bernie to ensure that he couldn't beat Joe Biden, which is the reason why Bernie lost. Because otherwise, if that stunt would not have happened on Super Tuesday, it could be possible that Bernie Sanders would have been a Democrat nominee. But because of Elizabeth Warren, she actually kept the male version of herself from winning. So again, that's why I find these comments to be so interesting from Elizabeth Warren here. But Vitale also revealed that former Secretary of State and twice failed presidential candidate Hillary Clinton also believed that Sanders was a sexist. After one debate, Warren accused Sanders of calling her a liar on national TV after he denied, saying a woman couldn't win. Quote, I believed her because I know Sanders and I know the kind of things that he says about women and to women, Clinton told Vitale. So I thought that she was telling an accurate version of the conversation they'd had. In March 2020, just 1 month after the Iowa primary, Warren dropped out of the presidential race. Yeah. So here's the thing. If Elizabeth Warren really believes this, right, maybe she should just declare herself a man, right? Declare yourself a man. You declared yourself a Native American, okay? Just declare yourself a man. Change your pronouns to Mr., right? And your name to Pocahontas, okay? Because, again, you've already showed us you can be transracial. You might as well go ahead and just be transgender as well, too. problem solved, right? Problem solved. Now you have no excuses for why you lose, right? People don't like you. Again, this is once again a pathetic excuse from a Democrat in regards to why people won't vote for them. Again, typical stuff from them. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.